Peace and love, creatives. So I'm just going to give you a heads up. Oh, God. While I'm doing this voiceover, you're probably going to hear the pups in the background, but this is the only time I have to do the voiceover. And I contemplated on just only having music in the background and no voiceover, but honestly, I watch those kinds of videos sometimes, but I do prefer some kind of friend in the background having a conversation. So we're gonna work with what we have and just, say hi to the pups in the comments. Occupational hazard, right? So let's talk about starter pack, no AI. Let's talk about it because I did not know this was a thing, but when I did find out it was a thing, your girl was like, what? Like, it just consumed me. Let's just put it like that. Like, I could not stop thinking about, like, if I made my pack, what would it have? And the thought went into me making a thumbnail. The thumbnail went into me actually making a piece. What would I put in my starter pack? I would put some must-have foods in my starter pack, and my must-have foods are Red Bull, seltzer. I gotta have my coffee and my coffee pot. Eggs are a staple in my day. Unfortunately, it's very pricey to enjoy eggs right now, but eggs are definitely something that I usually have every day. So I had to put that in. I was going to put candy in, but I honestly totally forgot about it. But maybe an expansion pack is in the making for some candy accessories. And then I decided that I wanted to put the pups in there with me because they are a part of the channel and have definitely been showcased in, if not a short, in a video, in a post. Like, they're my babies and I show them off. So I put them in my starter pack as well, because if it's an art starter pack, they're definitely there. You hear them, whether you know it or not in a video. They're jingling or rustling or eating their food. Unfortunately, they're doing something. So I had to throw them in. And then if you look on the left, you'll see two bags. One bag is my book bag kind of thing, which I always carry. I'm not a purse person. And if I'm going to carry something, it's going to be a book bag. And in that book bag, you have everything from my son's medicines to money and cards, to be honest with you. And then just junk and receipts, because, that it's a catch-all. Let's just be honest. My bag is a catch-all, and it catches all. So that's what's in there. And then the bag on the side is my art bag, which is it's actually a cosmetic bag that I bought at the Vera Bradley outlet, and it was like $15, but it's the best $15 I've ever spent on an art bag because it holds so much stuff. And your girl can't make her choices very well, so having a lot of stuff to put in, like being able to put in a art bag, is definitely the way to go for me. So yeah, I had to incorporate that in there. And now I guess I'll talk about why I went with such a, I guess not. I don't think that matters. So let's just go to my character and let's talk about that. I decided to put myself in my comfy clothes. You know what I mean? My hoodie, either a pair of jeans or some tights is what I like to walk around with on the daily. You know what I mean? So that's what I put on for my outfit. And my shoes of choice are either sneakers, boots, and now, oh my gosh, my kids for my birthday got me Crocs, and I'm not a fan of them. They're very, 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 very ugly shoes, but they get the job done when you want to slip something on and go out and throw the trash or something, or slip on those bad boys when you're going to pick your kid up from some sporting thing that they were just at. So they are ugly but practical. So Crocs too. But in this piece, I decided to put my boots on my feet. Now this here that I'm showing was embossing powder, and that I'm going to use for the starter pack title. And the other thing that I showed was deleter, which is it's a white deleter paint kind of thing. It's made for covering up errors on like if you're making art. What I'm using it for is just to use as an opaque white, because the white that I have in this white night set, it's not very opaque. So I just decided to go with something a little bit heavier, especially when I wanted to use the white for the packaging effect, the Uniball, the Sigma Uniball white liner. It wasn't working for me, so I ended up just going with the deleter. Now what I'm doing here is kind of like, you know, when you use glue and glitter, but instead of glue and glitter, it was just water and a heat tool to set the embossing on the starter pack title. I wanted it to look very messy and fun. I hope I didn't ruin it with the glitter, to be honest with you, because when I was done with it, I was like, maybe I should have done, the white powder is just like a shine. And I kind of was like, oh, maybe I should have done the shiny instead of the glittery. But I mean, it's there now, so it is what it is at this point. And then after that, I just went in with some colored pencils to make everything pop. Colored pencils, I tell you, they are just, I just love them for embellishments, finishing up a piece, just making things pop a little bit more. They're just perfect. As far as the pups are concerned, I ended up having to, I had to do surgery on the pups, because I ended up wanting to do a freehand illustration of the pups with the fine liner, and I'm like, what was I thinking? Can I fix this? So I ended up using the acrylic paint pen by Ardex to kind of just block out how the pups are going to look. And then on top of it, I went in with first I started with the Posca pen, and it wasn't opaque enough, so I ended up using the deleter for the pup's fur, which worked really well. And the amount of fun that I had with the little nonsense things, like these little ties that are holding up all the accessories, gave me so much joy. I cannot explain the joy that this whole entire piece was just so fun to do. I showed it to my husband, and he actually wants me, he's like, you should make a starter pack for me. I'm curious to see what you would put in my starter pack. So maybe as a side project, I'll do it, or I don't know. We'll see. But that was another question he had. He's like, where am I? Where are the kids? And I'm like, no, this is a starter pack. You guys are accessories. You guys are like the bonus packs. They have to buy those separately. Those are add-ons. We need micro purchases. And that's what they are. What I'm showing here is it's like a pen. It looks like a pen, but it's like a blade, a cutting tool. And I use that to cut like the little hole for the peg where you hang it on a peg in the store. And it did not cut as well as I thought it was going to cut. But I also bought that for washi tape, which is not as thick as watercolor paper. So it's probably going to be just fine. So here's the finished piece, and oh my gosh, this was so great. You have my Red Bull, my seltzer, my water, my coffee pot, my eggs, the dog's toys and their food, my accessory bag, my book bag with all my stuff, all the art supplies that I would have in this pack. You have the pups, you have the main doll that you're going to play with, and on the side you have my sketchbook and some earrings and bracelet that you can put on the character, which this was so much fun. I want to thank you for watching and coming along with on this little adventure with me, and I will see you in the next one. Peace and love.